Hi, I'm Barb McGowan, and this is day 2 of the Content Bootcamp. And today we're going to be talking about Facebook. So, a juicy topic. I think a lot of people can get overwhelmed by Facebook, so I just want to kind of give an overview of how it can be used strategically in your overall content plan and talk about what I'm doing and see how it can figure into your own content plan. And then we can do like a Q&A at the end. Why Facebook? I think that we all know that Facebook is ubiquitous, meaning everybody and their mother has it, literally. Like 63% of people over the age of 12 in the US have Facebook. Even my niece, who's, a teenager, has Facebook. So it's not just 30 and up. There's quite a population of younger, I hesitate to say kids, but younger folks on the platform. Users spend on average 34 minutes a day on the app, which surprised me because like a lot of people, one statistic that I read was saying that people will spend their whole lunch breaks on Facebook just scrolling. 34 minutes a day was low for what I thought. But yesterday, what I was talking about was TikTok, and you guys will be able to go back and watch that content so you can kind of use it as a frame of reference. But TikTok is an attention getting platform. So content's going by really fast. You're consuming a lot. So the average TikTok user spends, I think it was 52 minutes a day on TikTok. When you consider the length of the videos on TikTok and the ability to just swipe through them really quick, people are able to consume a lot of videos. On Facebook, it's a little bit less. And so TikTok is considered like an attention getting app in the context of the selling process. And by that, I mean, kind of the marketing and selling process goes from getting someone's attention to educating them to then selling to them. So once you have someone's attention, they're likely still going to be a cold lead, meaning that you happen to get their attention, but they are probably not going to buy from you at that point. So you need to warm up that lead. And the way that you warm up your cold leads is by educating them. So imagine if you had never heard of ClickFunnels before, and all of a sudden you see me on TikTok like, hey guys, I'm promoting ClickFunnels. Click the link in my bio to go buy it. It's the best sales funnel builder out there. You would probably not be interested in that whatsoever had you never heard of ClickFunnels, because you don't know what it is beyond a sales funnel builder. Like, what even is that? You don't know how it could benefit you specifically. It's not like telling you what it is. It's not telling you about the features and benefits. So what I would say if I was making a TikTok video promoting a product like ClickFunnels, I would say, hey, do you have an idea for a business, or do you have a passion or a hobby that you love to do and you want to monetize? I have the thing that's perfect for you. Click the link in my bio, come to my Facebook group, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can use this really easy to use tool to turn your hobby into a business. Something like that will grab some, like, the layperson's attention. You know what I mean? So you'll grab their attention on TikTok and then, or Instagram, fill in the blank with one of those like short attention span kind of swiping type of apps. And then you're going to take them to a platform like Facebook or YouTube, where you can provide more information and education and value to those like cold leads, so that they can become educated and informed about whatever product it is that you're promoting. And then they can make an educated decision of, oh, this is really interesting. This does sound like this would solve XYZ problem or XYZ pain point that I have, or move me away from those pain points and move me closer to, the positive end of that polarity. So Facebook is perfect for providing education, information, and community. Like, if you'll notice, what I do on TikTok is try to grab people's attention, by making a interesting, entertaining, funny, whatever, some kind of value in that attention grabbing content on TikTok. And then I'm like, hey, if you are interested in learning new skills that can change your life in all of these variety of ways, help you make more money, help you achieve time freedom, allow you to spend more time with your family because you're not working 40 plus hours a week at your job. It's, fill in the blank with the benefits of building your own online business. Head over to my Facebook group. I have a course that I'm giving away for free to my Facebook group members, and you can learn about how to do affiliate marketing, and not only that, but have a community of 1,300 other people who are on the same wavelength and are willing to help and support and network and teach and share with each other. Like, that's fantastic. You don't get that on TikTok because it's just an attention grabbing platform. I just really wanted to highlight the difference between, like, not all traffic is created equal. In other words, because you can have, like, for example, I have almost 44,000 people following me on TikTok. Not all 44,000 of those people are super interested necessarily in what I have to say. Maybe they started following me back in February and just never unfollowed me or something. When people take action to click off of TikTok and come over to Facebook, they're making like a micro commitment. They're saying, I'm willing to take action. I'm willing to fill out the questions to enter this group. And I'm willing to participate in interacting with people in this group and learning and, et cetera. So you can see kind of the quality between TikTok traffic, which is kind of just like entertainment and scrolling and quick, versus Facebook, where it's like, okay, these people have taken a micro commitment to take action to be in this group. By virtue of them being here, they are at least somewhat interested in what I have to say, or somewhat interested in what this group is about, which is learning new skills and learning how to make money online with affiliate marketing. Does that make sense? Something cool that I found out about Facebook is that only 10% of Facebook users are in the US and Canada. So it's like huge internationally. So depending on your niche and what your interests are and what product you're promoting, if you're trying to reach a global market that's outside of the US and Canada, you can absolutely do that with Facebook organic traffic. So type of content that does well, I'm just going to go through this super quickly. So visual posts, not surprisingly. So like quotes, where it has like Einstein's head and then his quote over it or whatever, comics, memes, anything with an image element to it. Articles with just a link tend to not do as well as articles that have a link where the picture pops up with the post. So keep that in mind. Like if you have the option of choosing between two things and one has an image, always choose the content that has an image, or turn it into content with an image. Fun posts, quizzes, trivia, stuff that's kind of interactive. It's very much about curiosity. So piquing people's curiosity, opening a loop, like, hey, what do you think the answer is, A, B, or C? People want to know the freaking answer. They also want to demonstrate that they know the answer, or you know what I mean? Question and answer posts. So again, kind of opening the loop with a question and allowing other people to provide answers, or answering a question that your target audience or your audience has, questions about. So you're either opening a loop or you're closing a loop. Challenge posts. So what that means is, if I were saying, okay, guys, I've not been eating great. I've not been working out. Once again, I'm going to do a 30-day challenge where I'm going to eat keto. I'm going to work out 5 days a week. And I'm going to post my results every day. I'm going to take a picture of my swimsuit and I'm going to tell you exactly what my body weight is, exactly what my fat percentage is, and how I feel physically every day for 30 days. People love that kind of thing. And they love to have that accountability. So if you are going through a challenge like that and you challenge people in your audience to join you and document your progress together, people love that. Lastly, as affiliate marketers, we know this, a free resource. So that can be anything. So if you have a lead magnet, Facebook is a great place to, number one, mention it, market it to people, get the word out about it. But also, and I'm going to talk about this in just a sec, but you can test the marketability, if you will, for something that you want to create and give away before you have to create it and give it away. Because what you don't want to do is create a free resource that you think is great, but actually your target audience is like, yeah, no, this doesn't really resonate with us. And so you end up going through all the trouble to create it and then nobody wants it. In terms of content constraints and limitations, Facebook does not have a ton. I do suggest that you become familiar with the community guidelines. Also, and we'll talk about this more in a little bit, but beware of clickbait and beware of misinformation posts. So as long as you are posting about affiliate marketing, like business related stuff or the products that you're promoting, you're probably going to be okay in terms of not providing misinformation, like political type of stuff. And also clickbait. So clickbait is the kind of, and just to be clear, so it's okay to have like a clickbaity title or a thumbnail or something on like a YouTube video, for example, where it looks really interesting and it has a title that really captures people's attention. If you deliver the thing that you promised in that thumbnail or in that headline or whatever, you don't want to be like, I thought I was going to die until I saw this, because then people are like, oh my God, she thought she was going to die. And then they click on it. And it's like, if it's done in a way that's like parody, where it's like a Rickroll kind of thing, that's one thing that, might be towing the line of clickbait. But if it's something where the audience feels betrayed and they clicked on something because they were tricked into it, Facebook hates that. And you will be penalized hardcore for posting that kind of content. We talked about content lifespan with TikTok. So with TikTok, unless something goes viral, its content half-life starts to decay almost immediately. what I mean by content, like half-life or lifespan. So the half-life is the length of time that it takes a post to get half of its total likes that it's going to get. For example, if I post something on Facebook and it's going to end up getting 100 likes over the course of its entire life, it's going to get the first 50 likes within 30 minutes. So that means really like the peak of its existence is 30 minutes after you post it, and then everything else is kind of like downhill. It's important to get meaningful engagement in the first 30 minutes. And what I mean by meaningful engagement is not just likes, but Facebook actually prioritizes one of the other emotional responses to something. So whether it's love, care, wow, sad, or angry, if people are willing to take that extra action to not just click the mouse button on their way down to the next post that they're looking at, but that actually counts as it has like more weight to it than just a regular old like. So think of when you're providing a call to action in your content, you want to encourage people or elicit some kind of response beyond just a like. So does this make you feel wow, or does this make you feel angry? Like if you can frame it like that with your audience to elicit either angry or love, or picking between two options, that goes a lot farther than just liking something. Also, if people are sharing your content, so you can ask people, if this was helpful, share it with someone that might benefit from knowing this. And just like we do on TikTok, or just like we do on any other platform, we also want to elicit comments, not just to increase the engagement on the post and push it out to more people, but also, again, Facebook is like a community building platform. And so we want to encourage that conversation, not just between us as the poster of that content and the people who are reading it, but the people who we are able to connect to in our community. So like if I'm posting something in our Facebook group, somebody else can reply to it, but then you guys can reply back and forth to each other in the comments, eliciting that kind of feedback or kind of commentary between other people as your call to action can help push the content out to more people, but also help build that community. So you can just go live. Like right now, I could pick up my phone and just start going live, or I can schedule like a Facebook Live and invite people to it. Live video receives 6 times more engagement than regular video. So if you are not going live on Facebook, I highly recommend it. It also is excellent practice for YouTube and for TikTok. Like all of these things kind of go hand in hand for you to improve your public speaking, for lack of a better description, even though you're just talking to your camera. But if you ever have the choice of going live and doing any other kind of post or video, I would suggest going live. Okay, in terms of the algorithm, so we kind of already talked about this or alluded to it, but these are kind of the components that go into the Facebook algorithm. So relationship, so who a user typically interacts with. So if I post some content as a affiliate marketer, and some other person in my network, like Gary V. So because we are similar and there's like that relationship of we're both marketers, they're more likely to see my content. Also depends on content type, the video, link, image, etc. This is going to be like on a personal basis. So if person A really likes videos, but they're not so much about just text posts or links or anything, like they really like watching videos on Facebook, Facebook is going to know this and tend to send them more videos. Popularity, so again, how many likes or engagements a post gets. To maximize your post being seen, you want to make sure that you're calling people to action in some kind of way that's going to benefit your post. So whether that's loving it or hating it or caring about it, something more than just liking it, encouraging people to share with it, soliciting comments or opinions or whatever in the comments, and recency. So newer posts get shown first. Again, 30 minutes is kind of like that magic window. And then that gets replaced with all of the other content that's competing in someone's timeline. Replying to your audience, stirring up the comments, not just from yourself, but encouraging people to reply to each other. Aim for love more than likes. Post when your audience is online. So if you know your audience is primarily in the US, you can schedule your posts to be posted at a certain time. So if you're like asleep, like I live in California, and if I don't wake up until 8, people are already on the East Coast or in Europe. They are already like going throughout their day. And so I can schedule a post at like 5 o'clock in the morning, my time, that's going to catch people on their commute to work or right before they're getting ready to start working or whatever. Post stories. We're going to talk about this when we talk about the Instagram part of the boot camp, but you can repurpose so much content and kind of be omnipresent by repurposing it and then connecting Instagram and Facebook. So anything that you post on Instagram, you can set up to be posted automatically to your Facebook stories. So, but the thing that's great about stories is that they last 24 hours. And so you could post one right now and they're going to last for a full 24 hours. So if you have any global following or people who are on Facebook less frequently, they'll still be able to see, catch whatever update or value you're adding by posting something in your story. Like I said, don't post clickbait or misinformation, and don't be selling on every single post. Remember, the whole point of Facebook is you're warming up cold or warmish leads. So you're providing them value. You're establishing credibility and expertise. You're providing community. But women especially are coming to Facebook for that community aspect and not just the social media wasting time aspect. Like truly are looking for community and connection, which is not surprising as a woman. Like we talked about, you can schedule content. You can pay for ads. We're not going to talk about that right now. But if you have a Facebook page, which is slightly different than groups, then you can pay to run ads for that page. You can also pay to boost like a certain post, and that's like not as intense as running an ad. So you can think of it as like running an ad junior or running an ad light, but just stuff that I wanted to mention exists so that you're aware of it and familiar enough that you know that it's there.
I have a question real quick.
Yes.
How do you schedule a post on Facebook? I've never seen that before.
Oh, let me show you.
So is this on your like your own personal page, or is this a group page?
There are tools like Hootsuite, and they're, Buffer. Buffer is one I've used in the past, where you can schedule posts. And I am 99% sure that you can schedule posts for Facebook for your like personal profile.
So
using
Hoot, and
Buffer.
what was the other one?
Buffer and Hootsuite. Yeah. I've used Buffer in the past and I really like it. So if I'm creating a post in my group, then I can say, hi. And then if I click on the little calendar to schedule the post, I can select the date and.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Sure. So as this fits into your guys' content plan, because I don't want this to just be like, oh, here's a bunch of information about Facebook. I guess I'll just tell you about my specific experience, and then we can maybe talk about your guys' specific needs or thoughts or questions or whatever. Started working with a coach a couple months ago, and he was like telling me, you need to start a Facebook group. All your TikTok traffic is cold. Cold traffic does not convert. It's like there are so many benefits to having a Facebook group. Basically, you can provide so much more efficient help to people than try to DM back and forth on TikTok. You can talk to all of your audience at the same time and answer questions that they probably all have, or elicit feedback or a response about a question that you have. Or you can, like I was mentioning, test the marketability by asking your audience, hey, if I created a weekend workshop for how to get your funnel up and running and connected to your email autoresponder, would you want that? And then if people are crickets, it's not the best idea that would meet their needs. But if people are like, oh my God, yes, I would die if you did that. Like, I've been searching for this my whole life. Like, if the response is overwhelmingly positive, know that by investing your time in creating that for your Facebook group, that it's like a little test group. They will find it helpful. You can get feedback from them when you release it. And then you can actually take that and use it as a lead magnet, or use that as part of a course or something that like a digital product that you could sell. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, think of your Facebook group as a bunch of people who you already know that they're interested in your niche and the products that you're working with. That's like the perfect audience that will give you feedback on, is this idea stupid or is this idea actually going to help people? Do you know what I mean? Not only that. So I think a lot of people, myself included, when I first started doing affiliate marketing, was you have one product that you promote and that's it. That is an excellent starting place. And I would not suggest having a whole panoply of products that you're working with when you first start. That's a lot. What I would suggest is getting on a platform like TikTok and building up an audience. Once you have like 1,000 people on TikTok, start funneling them to Facebook, start sending them over to YouTube. Like, those are two platforms where you can provide so much more value and education in longer form or, different formats of content. And then once you've educated and warmed up that audience, now they can make an educated decision on, do I want the thing that they're promoting? You know what I mean? Rather than you having to sit there and answer questions in TikTok DMs, send them to your YouTube video and say, hey, I have a full review and a full tutorial, or what, a comparison between that, this, and this. And you can go watch it, and it's going to answer probably 95% of your questions. And then there will be a link down in the description of the YouTube video, so that if the person decides, hey, this does sound like it would solve that problem for me, your YouTube video will sell that for you. Do you know what I mean? And I have definitely noticed that with being on YouTube myself, is that instead of having to answer the same questions over and over and over from, people who have the same questions because they're so new to affiliate marketing or they're thinking about getting into it, that I have one video that I made with like the top 12 questions that I always get about affiliate marketing. And now I can funnel people to that. And then once they've gotten a little bit more educated about it, they can make a decision of, I think this is something I would want to pursue. That lends to me having more expertise and having built some trust with them because I'm open and transparent and giving them the answers to the questions that they have. And now I can still have them in my Facebook group and continue to like educate them and provide them value, teach them about sales funnels and email autoresponders and stuff like that. In the process of me educating them about these tools that they're going to need in order to do affiliate marketing, they will happen to sign up for ClickFunnels with my affiliate link, or they will happen to sign up for Zoho Mail with my affiliate link. And so it's like you're providing them value for free, but really it results in you getting paid, if you will, by the natural progression of receiving commissions, because you're giving them the information that they need to take action. And by them taking action, signing up for ClickFunnels, signing up for Zoho, whatever, then you're receiving the commission. Does that make sense? Like kind of that ecosystem.
Yep. Yeah.
So if you, depending on whatever your niche is, think about who your target audience is, like who is a specific person. Some of my most successful content is when I act like I'm talking to me like 7 months ago. And so I'm talking specifically to one person, and that was me 7 months ago. And that resonates so much with the people who get that message, and they're like, wow, she's literally talking to me, because I am in my own target audience, like me 7 months ago. But know what your target audience, what their pain points are as it relates to your niche and the products that you're promoting, so that you can think of not, oh, what other products can I sell to them? What other problems do they have that I can solve with some product that I'm either an expert on, or that I can develop expertise on, and recommend something that's actually going to help someone. Not only then are you coming up with creative ways to expand your product offering, but you're also helping people solve their problems. And I think that that's been the coolest part of this process for me, is realizing that I'm actually helping people with the products that I'm able to offer them and the help that I'm able to give them, and not just telling people on TikTok, hey, click the link in my bio and go buy this thing. So it's a very kind of symbiotic relationship. They're helping me and I'm helping them. And it just feels like a win-win for everyone. So think about who your target audience is. Like people who want to start an online business, that's pretty broad. So for me, I'm like, man, this stuff that is relatable to me, that I could totally speak to if I'm making content on TikTok, that, to get people's attention. I've worked at a job where I was working 60 hours a week and I was making amazing money, but I wanted to die.
Not worth it.
Absolutely not worth it. I've also worked in retail, where it's just like soul crushing, because you have to, as an introvert, just terrible. I've also worked for a horrible boss that was just super toxic and manipulative and, fill in the blank. So those are kind of like real world things that I could draw from, but it all kind of boils down to like my reason for wanting to do affiliate marketing and build an online business, so I don't have to go to an office 40 hours a week. I realize the thing that's important to me is my family, being with my mom for however long she's going to be with us, being with my niece that was diagnosed with leukemia. I don't want to have to tell her, no, I can't come hang out because I have to work. Like, no, maybe when I was in my 20s, I would have been like, oh, well, I have to work. I can't, like, no, sorry. I'd rather be poor and be able to see my family. And that's just where I'm at. And so when I'm making content, that's the kind of stuff that I would speak to. And so it's less about the demographics, which is, I'm not necessarily speaking to 30 something females from California, even though that's me. I'm speaking to people who have a specific psychological demographic, if you will. I don't care about the money. Like, I've made money. I'm good off that. I want to be with my loved ones. I want to have time to spend with the people I love, or I want to have time freedom to be able to enjoy the money I've earned. I feel like I have more of a purpose on this earth than just working for someone else. Like, my purpose is to find some greater meaning in my life. And I can't do that when I'm working in an office for 40 plus hours a week, plus a commute. That's the people I'm speaking to, when I say like, know your target audience, so that you can kind of build out your product offering in a way that will help that target audience. That's kind of like what I mean. And not even necessarily like making money online or affiliate marketing niche, but like if you are in the keto diet niche, so you could be promoting like the custom keto diet from ClickBank, which is a great product. As somebody who used to eat keto, but I've been struggling recently. But you can also promote a handful of like supplements or MCT oil. Anyway, so stuff like that, where you can be like, hey, I totally got hangry and I just felt like I was in a fog the first like 3 days of doing keto. This is something that has been proven to help your body remember that it should be burning fat for energy and not carbs. I highly recommend it. Here's the link. You're solving people's problem of feeling like they're in a fog during those first few days of having a keto diet. And those people are like, heck yeah, she's speaking directly to me because she just entered my brain in the middle of the conversation I've been having with myself, which is, man, I feel like I'm just like in a rut or in a fog because of this stupid keto thing. And so because you're speaking the same language as these people, because you actually know, you have the expertise, even if you're not a doctor, you can make these recommendations for products that can help people out of that situation. Basically, everything that we've already been talking about, you can use TikTok, Instagram to get attention and move your audience to Facebook or YouTube or both. You can turn cold leads into warm or hot leads. You can also cross promote between Facebook and your YouTube. Like on Facebook, you can post a video or you can go live, but you can also post your YouTube video and direct people to your YouTube channel where they can watch one video or a series of videos. That has a million different benefits. You can make longer form content. You can edit those videos. That watch time will count toward your channel monetization. You can promote a bunch of different products from YouTube, So let's say you are in the affiliate marketing niche. If I wanted to promote the 15-day challenge, I also wanted to promote Jonathan Montoya's 3-day challenge, and I also wanted to promote the One Funnel Away challenge. I can promote all of those through my YouTube channel. I can make a video doing like a comparison between those 3 trainings and say, here's what's best for if you're doing this, here's what's best if you're doing that. Here's the one that's not that great, and then have all the links down in the description. You can promote multiple products. I could have 20 different videos about different facets of all 3 of those trainings. And again, depending on your niche, going back to like the keto niche. So you can talk about custom keto diet, but you can also talk about all the peripheral stuff like MCT oil or supplements. Did you know you need to take collagen when you're on the keto diet? And here's why. Here's how you can get different sources of collagen. If you're vegan or if you're vegetarian or if you're whatever, these are, it's like unlimited possibilities of adding value to people. And this is why it's important to pick a niche that you're passionate about, because you have to make so much content. But this is why I get excited about making content for building an online business and doing affiliate marketing, because I freaking love it. And there's stuff that I learn every day that I love it, So pick something you're not going to get burnt out on in a few months. Because if you're trying to make this into a long-term sustainable business, so you can quit your job, pay off debt, send your kids to college, retire, whatever the financial goal is that you have, you want this to not feel like another 40-hour week thing that you're like dreading and forcing yourself to do for money. You can repurpose your TikTok videos for Instagram stories, you can connect to your Facebook stories. We'll talk about that more when we get to the Instagram portion of the boot camp. I wanted to show you really quick. So starting a Facebook group, you guys, is super easy. You just come up here to the menu, scroll down to group and enter your group name. It could be anything you want. I would suggest having it be something funky, something that is specific to you. Like I actually quit the 9-to-5 grind is eventually pretty soon going to go away. Once I think of a more unique name that is specific to me, so that if you search for it, it's like, it will only pop up with our group. Like that's how unique it should be. So anyway, so let's call this test group. The privacy, select private. It's visible. And then you can invite friends if you want.
I actually just started a Facebook group
Did you?
this past week. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
So you already know this stuff then.
Yeah. It was super easy to do. I was a little,
Right?
anything tech wise that's more than 2 steps, I absolutely hate doing. So this has been this whole business has been a huge challenge for me.
Yeah. But now look at you.
Me
You're
too.
like,
I'm with you there. It has been a challenge.
Yeah.
Funny. But yeah, you'll just click create, update the images. So add like a banner image. And I don't know if this would be helpful for you or if this would be something that you could probably figure out if you want to go the route of making a group, which I totally recommend and suggest. But to have like setting up a Facebook group checklist, I don't know if that would be helpful. And maybe I'll post it in the group to get like a larger sample of opinions. But So that way, you know, like what settings need to be what and why, what images you have to add or where to get those images or how to create them yourself, what the group description should be like, how often to post, that kind of a thing. I don't know if that kind of stuff would be useful.
Yeah.
I think it would be very useful, definitely.
Okay. I'll just give a brief synopsis really quick. And this is information that I didn't learn myself. I paid for the knowledge from the coaching group that I'm in. And this is coming from someone who was an affiliate. Well, he is an affiliate marketer for a decade and is now a coach and coaches some of the best affiliate marketers in the world. So this is on, but your group description should be what you do and who you help, just kind of like every other description or bio, but you can put a little bit more depth or detail into it because you're able to do longer than your TikTok bio. I think ours is pretty short and sweet. It's basically saying how to leverage other people's products to like build your own online business. And the purpose of our group is to teach, learn, share, and network. So that's the description. I created, which I need to update, but I figured done was better than perfect. But I want to update our like group, the banner. You can make your own using Canva, which is how I made mine. Or you can take like a high resolution image of yourself and find someone on Fiverr to do it for you. And I might recommend doing that because literally I found someone to create YouTube thumbnails for me for my last couple of YouTube videos that are so much better than anything I could create. Cost me $5. The amount of time that it saved me and just how much better it looks, worth it. Totally worth it.
So when you do something like that, what do you have to give them, or do you give them an idea of what you're looking for? Or
yeah, so I would just say, hey, my group name is this. Here's an image of me. They can like remove the background from the image and stuff like that. So don't worry about anything like that. Just make sure it's a well lit and clear image of you. And I would say maybe from like the waist up. And I'll kind of show you, but like, you know, those pictures you'll see of people like going like that. That always makes a good group picture or like a YouTube like channel art. You know what I mean? So and what I might also suggest is looking at other groups, other Facebook groups in your niche and seeing what kind of stuff looks good that they use and seeing if there are commonalities or if it's just kind of like, you know, whatever looks good. But give them an image of you, tell them your group name. If there are any specific colors you do or do not want used, let them know what those are. Like if you have brand colors, let them know what the brand colors are in the guide section. So it doesn't show up on the page that we're looking at currently. But once I create this group, there is going to be a guide section where if you can create posts and then associate those posts like to a guide in your guide section. So for example, if I had, so right now, so the course that I created used to be in the guide section, but I feel like people are a lot less likely to go to the guide section and go through a bunch of posts and keep track of where they are. And so that's why I put it in a course format. And I found that that is a lot more effective in getting people to go through the content and start learning it. You know what I mean? But what you could do is you could post something in the guide section, which I think I'm going to end up doing this actually, is what I want to post in the guide section is post my YouTube video that I created on mindset. And the reason for that is before people start going through the course, I want them to realize that it's like, and I'll probably butcher the saying, but you can't solve the problem with the same level of consciousness that created it. You have to have a mindset shift before you can become the kind of person that does something different enough to make a change in your life. So you have to be like, maybe I could be my own boss, or even just have the willingness to contemplate or to allow into your consciousness that maybe it is possible that I could reach my financial goals with affiliate marketing. And just allow that to be a possibility in your head instead of, oh, I could never do that. This is a scam. Why even try? You know what I mean? So as kind of like a precursor to whatever additional education, maybe that you have on YouTube or in different posts or guides on Facebook or wherever, maybe you could have like a kind of a mindset shift related guide in the guide section that people can access prior to going through your YouTube videos or whatever it is, you know? And so having that be the content that serves as like that mindset shift for people so that they're open to, like, basically it's either they're going to be open and willing to consider that there's some other way that they can live their life that will be better, or they'll be like, no, this is stupid, and either leave the group or just never engage and you can kick them out later. If you're on TikTok, fantastic. Start or start thinking about how you can funnel people from TikTok to like a Facebook group or to a YouTube channel, basically to a platform where you can provide them more education, more information so that they can be like, okay, I've made a decision and I want that, you know. It's not going to be for everyone. Like the product that you're promoting is not going to be for everyone, and that's okay, but allow people to become familiar enough that they can make that decision, you know.
So when you're putting a post on Facebook
Mhm.
and you want to put a link or whatever, so you're just putting it on your regular Facebook, like where your friends are at and everything, right? That's where you're putting everything.
No, I post everything in our group. So our group is a private group, and so only the people who belong to the group can see like what's on the, like what's being posted in the group, or only group members can like and comment and that kind of a thing.
But if you were going to promote, like you said, your keto website or your keto TikTok, would you promote that in the group or with your friends?
No, if I was going to be promoting a keto product, I would probably first step would be to start creating content on TikTok on a keto related TikTok account.
Right.
And then using that TikTok account to grow, and then send people to a Facebook group that was about keto.
So every time you're making an account, let's just say a different account for a different client, I guess that's the best way to say
different like target audience, a different product.
Target audience.
Yeah, like a different.
Then you would make another Facebook page in relation to that group then, right? That group of people?
Yeah, basically whatever, like for each niche, because I could be promoting, like, it's not like if for every single product I'm promoting, I want to create a separate TikTok and a separate Facebook. For every niche that I'm in.
Niche. Okay.
Right. Because think about it. If I were, so I promote like Legendary Marketer, I promote ClickFunnels, I promote Zoho Mail, I promote Namecheap. All of those things are obviously different singular products.
But they're all the same niche, basically.
They're all related to starting and running an online business, you know.
But then how would you, like, let's say, okay, like you brought up Legendary. So if you have like our group that's affiliate marketers, you wouldn't necessarily promote that. Well, I guess you would. I guess you could promote that in there, right?
Yeah, because
as well.
So I would say probably 80% of the people who come through our group are brand new to affiliate marketing. Have never.
So it would
be never done any affiliate marketing before.
So you would post it in that Facebook group, and that's where you guys are talking. Because that's what I haven't posted really anything on my personal page because I'm like, I don't know.
Well, think of the people who would see that content. Are they your target audience? Probably not.
Probably not. No. Yeah. And that's where I've been kind of lost. Like, where am I supposed to post this at though? So you would basically just make a niche Facebook page, and then you advertise all of your stuff in that particular niche or that particular Facebook page. And that's where you do in that group.
Yeah.
And that's where you're, when you're talking, that's where I'm promoting Facebook. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Is the actual, okay. I guess I was confused with that because I was like, I don't see how people are doing this because people like my target audience wouldn't be my friends.
Right.
You know, wouldn't be that. So I was kind of confused. So you're making Facebook or group pages for each niche then, and then you go into your niche group and advertise whatever you're promoting at that point.
Yeah. I don't know that advertise is the right word, but yeah, essentially.
Well, promote. Maybe I should say promote instead of advertise. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to get the idea down because I've been completely lost about that.
Thank you.